Hello guys, just like everyone, I've Honda Silverwing, and yeah, it's not in the best condition. You could say I took off everything, but this is to address a wobble. So when I first I bought it dirt cheap, to be honest. But when I first bought it and I rode it, it you could feel the wobble. Definitely feel the wobble. So my initial reaction was, let's check the bearings. So off the rear wheel bearing, everything is fine. Yes, there is a teeny bit play with the uh, joint. Well, I don't know what you quite call it, but between the final drive and the tire. So that wasn't. I'm pretty confident that wasn't the cause of the wobble. So my next uh, investigation was I took out I checked the bearings on my front wheel and yep. So one of the bearings on the left side it was creaking, and it had. So basically, I just needed to change them. So I didn't buy my bearings in Honda directly because they charge like 3 times more. I just went to a bearing shop, and this is the number for it: 6004 DDU, or let's see, where's the other one? Yeah, this one's much clearer. 6004 DDU. So I just went to a local bearing shop, and they said it's one of the most common bearings they sell. Um, so I bought it like 3 times cheaper than in Honda, and it is NSK. It's a well-known brand, so it's pretty good. So I've changed that, and the wobble is still there. So I was like, what the hell's going on? The only I have to do is to check for the steering head bearing. Basically, you couldn't quite feel it if you tried to shake it, but there was like certain instances where if you like brake, if you accelerate slowly on an angle, so you turn your steering wheel, you accelerate a little bit, and then you turn on the other way, and then you hit the brakes. So accelerate while turning right, and then turn left. Don't brake, turn left, then brake. Then you can really feel there was something wrong. There was a noise. There was like a knock. There was like you could really feel it. So I was quite confident it was the steering head bearing. Yep, so I had to open everything. You don't have to remove everything from the handlebars, basically. Even so, you could just hang it like this. But basically, you can remove this center cover, and yeah, but you definitely have to remove the front cover. There's this metal part up here. So I'll try to do a video on reassembly. I'm just waiting for the parts. But so I got the bearings out, and I got the yoke out. I inspected it. The bearings wasn't too bad. It was just replaced, I think. But have a look at this. Can you see that angle? It was bent. This whole yoke was bent. Don't know if you could really see that, but let me just put my torque wrench there. Yeah, now you could see how bent that is. It's really bad. So I was like, damn, got to buy a new one. But anyway, ordered that. I bought a used one on eBay. It was fairly cheap, about $35 New Zealand dollars. So yep, so I'm waiting for that. But I'm also taking the opportunity to change the head bearings from using this style, very prone to shock. What do you call this? Roller bearing. Ball bearings. Yep, ball bearings. And I'm changing it with. Where is it? It's a definite mess up here. So I'm changing it with these roller bearings. Yeah. So I bought it from Pyramid Parts, and basically these are roller bearings, and these you could put a higher torque on it. It withstands a lot more pressure. I'm sure I could buy these at a local bearing shop, but the numbering is quite hard. It's not a common one, you could say. So this is the number for the top one, and if you could see the bottom one, it's a bit weird. So the bottom one is a bit bigger as compared to the top one. And if you could see here, there's the 26. So that's the ID of 26, which is fairly uncommon, to be honest. That is one thing. It was very hard for me to find this information online. So I had to buy it from Pyramid Parts. And they didn't specify what the ID was, what the bearing number was. So it's a bit of a gamble. But now anybody who wants to do it, just try to look at your local bearing shops. I'm sure you could get it. The other reason I bought it with Pyramid Parts was that they gave you, it comes together with the grease seals, so these rubber grease seals, which I don't think they sell it, because this is motorbike specific. I don't think they sell it at the local bearing shops. But yeah, there's a small number there. I don't know if I could focus this, but the number is, I can barely get it. The number is CYE 3290773 Yeah, so that's for the bottom seal, and the top seal is CYE L44610. Yep. So those are the seals. But I think you could buy the seals separately. This is from Pyramid Parts. Obviously, I'm in New Zealand, so quite happy with those. I took the shims out, and these ones, you see, the shims out for the ball bearings. The top one wasn't that hard. You just needed a rod and hit it from the bottom. But the bottom one was really hard to get, because it's basically recessed into the groove. So you don't quite get a place to really hack it. So, well, you just have to be a little bit more well, you just have to try everything. Honestly, I ended up using the back of my hammer like that, something like that, and just crowed it out slowly. Obviously I don't want to damage the insides of those. So yeah, that's how I got those out. And there was also a shim on the yoke, and I got that out fairly easy. I guess it was recently changed, but I just jammed a screwdriver in between here and then just nudged it slowly, and yeah, after a few tries you could really just get it out. I know some people, they would use a Dremel and cut the shim a little bit and just whack it with like with a chisel and a hammer, and those bearing things would are really brittle, so they would break. But I didn't have a Dremel, so I just used whatever I got, and I got the whole piece out in one piece without hacking it. So my next video would be, I'll be installing the new shims for the roller bearings, top and bottom. And I've also made this weird device, you could say, just to install it. I'll show you how to use it. You could basically get these at a local hardware store. I got it at a junkyard shop, so I got it for like $1. Yeah, it's quite amazing the things that you find. So so stay tuned for my next video. Thanks. Bye.